colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. Let me first start to thank the SADC Secretariat and DIRCO, especially Ambassador Seokolo, for your trust in the European Union to contribute to this important workshop. I'm grateful I can be here with you today because regional integration and regional cooperation are the cornerstones of the relations between SADC and the European Union. Our partnership dates back to 1994, when the SADC-EU political dialogue was launched at the SADC-EU Ministerial Conference in Berlin, Germany. There, both parties affirmed their determination to reinforce the relationship and to establish a comprehensive dialogue. And since then, our partnership has flourished, with a focus on supporting SADC's regional integration process, from economic integration and infrastructure to peace and security, environmental management, institutional strengthening, and other areas. And we have backed this partnership with 450 million euros, which is approximately 8 billion rand, in addition to bilateral funding from our member states. Our partnership is grounded on our belief that open markets and freedom to trade with neighbors are more necessary today than ever. They are the key to create social and economic opportunities and achieve lasting growth. These are also the principles that guide our strategic partnership with South Africa, as last year's successful G20 presidency showed by making Africa and the continental free trade area a priority. We were delighted to see South Africa and Africa as a whole shine on the global stage. In this process, we're always open to share our European experience. We've had our own long history with integration. Soon we will celebrate Europe Day on 9 May. That day is a celebration of peace, of prosperity, and of unity, built step by step through now 76 years of gradually strengthening cooperation. Our path of regional integration has not been easy, and it has not been quick, and it has not been without setbacks, but it has been successful. We are diverse, as you are, and we are united in our diversity. Citizens can live, study, or work anywhere in the European Union. We have the world's biggest single market. We are the world's largest trading bloc, and this has boosted jobs and prosperity. We have a common currency. We protect and promote democracy, human rights, and equality within Europe and beyond. And together, we pursue global partnerships based on trust and respect, common interests, and mutual benefit. I'm particularly proud of the Erasmus program, which has made it possible for over 16,000 student exchanges between the European Union and SADC countries so far since 2021. Before you start your deliberations today, I'd like to touch on 3 topics: trade and investment, peace and security, and disaster risk management. On trade and investment, the Economic Partnership Agreement, signed in 2016 with 6 SADC member states, was a milestone. It was the first regional economic partnership agreement in Africa to be fully operational, and it showcases Europe as a reliable and predictable partner. The Economic Partnership Agreement guarantees access to the EU market without any duties or quotas, 0 duties or quotas from Botswana, Lesotho, Mozambique, Namibia, and Eswatini. For South Africa, 98% of exports to the EU are free of tariffs. Today, global gateway investments contribute to driving further regional integration and sustainable growth. Not least, investments in the just energy transition, in transport and digital corridors hold immense potential. Our continued support for realizing the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement connects regional efforts with Pan-African efforts and aspirations. On peace and security, SADC plays a crucial role for peace and security in the region. We continue to support the SADC peace and security architecture through technical, financial, and strategic assistance, focusing on conflict prevention, regional stability, and strengthening democratic governance. For 2023 to 27, our support amounts to 13 million euros, approximately 250 million rand. This includes support for the SADC-led early response mechanism, to support mediation, preventive diplomacy, and other non-military conflict prevention. What is more, with regard to the SADC mission in Mozambique, SAMIM, the EU has provided 15 million euros, approximately 288 million rand, in support for SAMIM, covering equipment, while also backing this support with training of Mozambican security forces through a dedicated EU training mission. Another case in point is the EU's commitment to the sustainable solution and peace in the Eastern DRC. African-led mediation remains key, and we acknowledge SADC's important role in promoting peace. More effective and more operational coordination will be important. The third area I'd like to mention is the disaster risk management, where SADC plays an increasingly central role in view of the grave impact of climate change in the countries of the region. Our humanitarian office, ECHO, has been collaborating with SADC on disaster risk reduction since 2021, followed up with financial support of almost 5 million euros, 96 million rand, since 2023. We're also collaborating closely with the SADC Humanitarian and Emergency Operations Center. Currently, discussions are ongoing on how we can support current priorities, including improved regional coordination for disaster preparedness and response, and strengthening civil-military coordination. These, ladies and gentlemen, are just some examples of fruitful EU-SADC cooperation. It's my hope we can contribute with our own experiences, with the aim of seeing you prosper and our partnership prosper. Together we can reap mutual benefits from strengthening regional integration in SADC and from strengthening cooperation between us. I trust that today's workshop will contribute to fruitful cooperation within SADC and for you to finding these high-impact goals that previous speakers alluded to, and that our partnership can build on this. With this, I wish you every success for your deliberations. Thank you very much. Obrigado. Merci beaucoup.